The last few months have been a turbulent time for campuses across the United States. As students, staff, faculty, and administrators, they are facing a lot of problems. The number of pro-Palestinian encampments at college nationwide continues to climb, reaching more than 80 campuses till today. College leaders are grappling with how to balance students' rights to freedom of expression with the campus safety concerns and an uptick in arrests over the past several days. Today I'm here in Michigan, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Here I am in the encampment area in the University of Michigan. It's in an open area. The camps has been settled for last couple of weeks, and this is for the pro-Palestinian justice, and if it's a great voice for the human rights, and these camps has been set up by the SAFE and SJP chapter. They have organized these multi-faith, multi-ethnic coalition where the students are organizing across their ideological spectrum, united in the pursuit of justice for Palestine. I'm witnessing here and I should show it to you. So that's why I'm sharing it with you, that how they are raising their voices for the human rights and for the people of Palestine. So today we will have a special interview with one of their leader, so Salma Hamamy. So I'm waiting for her. She's involved with some of the matters here. So while that, I thought I should share with you whole situation and sharing the whole picture of it, and you share. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today in our studio we have a very, very special guest, a very brilliant, brave, and not only a student but an activist and a student leader. The person who is not from one place, she is a global citizen. When you're a global citizen, you have a lot of responsibility on you. Like we have a young activist in our studio today who is very much familiar with nowadays everywhere in everywhere in the world, and her name is Salma Hamamy. We welcome to you in our studio.
Thank
Salma,
you,
how
Sarah.
are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you? Thank you for the kind introduction. That was so sweet.
No, it's fine. Like you are doing more than this, and how's everything going on?
Oh, it's been quite a lot. Definitely overwhelming because there is never a moment where you can actually catch a break. If it's not another issue, if it's not another action that you have to plan, then it's an exam that you forgot that you had because you're a student and you forget that you're a student. But alhamdulillah, I can only truly just thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I am in such a privileged position to where my stresses are entirely paled compared to what the people of Gaza are going through. So there really isn't anything I can complain about. If anything, this is very fulfilling work.
Yeah.
And I would feel even worse if I didn't do it, and I would feel more stressed if I didn't do it. So I try to take this as a form of ibadah as much as possible.
Yes, that's
so
good.
it helps with the stress.
Yes, I know you have a lot of things going on. I am looking here in your camp that how you are busy, you are keeping everybody cool and calm. You are very patient, and you are, above all, you are very humble, which I noticed that you are a personality with whole the combination of bravery and humbleness. How you get that from? It's your training, or this is how it is in your...
Well, thank you. I think it's primarily because whatever I do, I ensure that I'm doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost. Allah is always my audience, and I do it strictly for Him and nobody else.
Yeah.
So whenever you do anything, you always have to humble yourself in front of God.
I see that.
And you need to remember that there are certain guidelines put in place, and if your heart is in the right place and you're doing things with the right intentions, then inshallah that will seep through how you put yourself out there. So I try my best to do that at all times, and it truly comes from that and the values that my parents instilled from me. And especially with what Islam has taught me. So that is ultimately what guides me with everything that I do.
MashaAllah. Yes, my all du'as for you.
Thank you.
But I have seen, what are you studying nowadays?
So I just graduated.
I see, congratulations.
Thank you. But I was doing a double major, double minor. I was all over the place because I was pre-med and I recently switched to law. But one of my majors, or the first major, is called Biology, Health and Society.
Okay.
The second one is Middle Eastern and North African Studies. And then for my minors, the first one's called Law, Justice and Social Change. And the second one is just Arabic.
What a combo. First you are going to be a doctor, and then you are going to do this.
Yeah.
So what is your preferences now?
So I still genuinely love medicine. I put a lot of time and energy into trying to prepare myself to the best that I can for medical school. But ultimately I decided to switch because my greater passion is Palestine, and I felt like I could advocate for Palestine more through law than anything else. So just within a span of 1 week, I canceled my MCAT after studying for it for months, paying thousands of dollars for study material. I quit my medical assistant job after working there for 2 years, and I quit my research position that I was in for a year and was going to continue for another year. So
this is your contentment. I'm very happy that you have your goal. One goal at one time. This is very important this is the real key of success. And I'm so happy for it that how you switch it and you decide it, because this is important at this point, how you have done it. But I'm telling you one thing, that your medicine, what the pre-med you have done, it will always help you. And when your passion is your profession, then you see you will have the successes on your way. So what kind of books you have read so far? Have you read Edward Said?
Yes.
Have you read it, and are you impressed, or what you get from him?
Yeah, Edward Said was a curator for the field entirely. He set the path. He opened doors like never before. So reading his literature and his work is an absolute necessity to understanding the Palestinian cause. We actually have a lounge dedicated to him here at the university called the Edward Said Lounge.
Okay.
I
met him 2 times.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely doing a lot of reading. It's crucial to not only learn but unlearn a lot of the things that you grow up with to be a advocate for this movement. So
he did it. He opened that path for everyone too. What do you think? So who is the Edward Said of nowadays? What do you think?
Oh man.
Can we hope from you or somebody? Are you interested in writing too?
I definitely do like writing.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily sure what I would write if I were to start right now. I think something I would definitely focus on is the repression and silencing of Palestinian and pro-Palestinian students across several universities. I think that'd be super interesting to do an analysis on that.
That's great.
But yeah, not sure if I would ever live up to the standards of Edward Said, but I'll hope.
You never know. You will get more than that. I'm
Inshallah.
telling you this thing. Yes. So we all have the sympathies with everyone wherever the humans are in trouble, and especially this our region of Gaza and Palestine. They have suffered a lot. Now is the time to bring them out. And of that pain. And what do you think that how much pressure you can put on all this?
Pressure is going to take years.
Okay.
No one is ever going to achieve liberation in a matter of a few days. And that's something that I've understood. Algeria, for example, took them over 130 years.
Yes.
The Philippines, over 300 years.
Yes.
For Gaza and for Palestine, it's nearly been 76 years.
Yeah.
And every day that passes is just another day that we remain closer to seeing Palestinian liberation. And it's guaranteed. I have no doubt that it will happen. And it's just a matter of being steadfast and remembering that, we will be victorious. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on our side. It is inevitable. Liberation is the prescription of the revolution. So
definitely.
it is something that I know will happen. And it's just a matter of having full faith in it and doing every single thing that you can do is a step towards that. So there's nothing that is too small of a step or too large of a step. And any step that you take will apply pressure. And it will be for the right reasons, inshallah.
So, Salma, do you have your family in Gaza?
Yeah,
back home?
my family's scattered throughout. I have family in Nablus, Ramallah, and also in Gaza. I've unfortunately lost about 14 family members who are more immediately connected. Allah yarhamhum. But alhamdulillah, the death was expected, and they died as shuhada, so that's honestly the best way for them to pass. So
I know. That election is, in the corner. So what do you think? This war is affecting the elections too. Very adverse results we can expect from it. So now, what do you think about it? That what we can, expect from it, and what results we are expecting from it, from the government?
Yeah. In terms of the presidential elections coming up in November, I am honestly not sure who's going to win at this point.
Okay.
You can guarantee that the pro-Palestine movement will not be voting for Biden. We will not be rewarding Biden with our vote.
Yeah.
So essentially what might happen is Trump might win the presidency.
Yeah.
And Trump is no better than Biden. But what we are voting for is a future where we're not choosing between the lesser of two evils, because they're both evil. And this is ultimately going to come back and fall on the Democratic Party. Because as of right now, the Democratic Party is under the assumption that so long as the Republican Party is worse, Democrats will vote for Democrats.
Yeah.
And we are passing this at this point. This is not going to be the level of humiliation that we will accept as voters.
Yeah.
So if the Democratic Party will continue to function as though they're going to receive the Muslim vote or the Arab vote or the youth vote under this context that so long as they're better than Trump, then they have completely lost it. We deserve better than two evils. So if Trump wins in this case, it'll completely fall and be on the Democratic Party for not listening to Democratic voters. And ultimately, I don't believe that electoral politics is going to free Palestine anyways, but this is just another avenue for us to make it very clear that we do have people power and we will leverage it in whatever way we can.
Yeah, that's right. But it's a very strong opinion, and I'm expecting a future politician and in our US election, and we need the people like you in the society, because we are all the global citizens. So we definitely need the people like you. And I wish you very good luck, and thank you for giving us this precious time. I know people are waiting for you, and you have a lot of things going on around. So how many brothers, sisters are you?
I have two younger sisters.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just three of us. I'm the oldest.
Okay, you're older. Oldest is that strong. How strong the younger ones are. They're more stronger than you.
Yeah, they're definitely reaching it. They're learning a lot. They're doing things at their age that I never did. So I'm really proud of them.
That's good. So you make a path for them too. Yeah, and they will follow you. I'm so much happy. You want to give any message, especially to the people of Pakistan? How about you want to give the message?
that your support means more to us than you can ever imagine. Every single Muslim and every single individual who stands up for the people of Palestine will be rewarded, and your courageousness and your dedication is always recognized from every corner of the world. So we appreciate you guys more than I can even articulate and say. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I still thank you very much, and good luck to you, Hamamy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.